Okay, well, we're getting close. The reveal is about to come. They have gone on babbling about pointless things until we get the announcement of the next expansion. The guess, remember, is Dragon Isles, Dragon expansion, and the new race, the new Dragonkin race with the new playable, what was the name? Evoker, you know, that weird thing. But let's pause. We have the cinematic first. Okay, let's take a look. 10,000 years ago. That's around War of the Ancients. That's like the Sundering. Oh yeah, that's the Sundering. Okay. So the Sundering is happening, and this is clearly the Dragon Isles. There were dragons that just flew by. I think that's Tyr. No? Maybe. Okay, so the Sundering has created some shit coming their way, so this thing gets depowered. Oh. Oh my god, it's a Mists of Pandaria 2.0. The land gets hidden for 10,000 years. They go to sleep because of the War of the Ancients and the Sundering. But why do they wake up? Yeah, okay. What is this? Why is he waking up? Some lore masters in the comments. Was it just an alarm clock? Like, yeah, after 10,000 years you're gonna wake up. I guess he's waking up because maybe shit is blowing up with lava and stuff, like they showed. He is very thick for a statue, you know, for a guardian. That's the, what was the name? The pillar, the pylon thing that gets activated again, right? Obelisk, maybe. Ah, no, Tyr. If it's you. Oh no, what's happening? Okay. Okay. Doesn't work. Why? Oh, the sacrifice. What's it gonna do? Oh, okay. I was thinking something more badass. I mean, climbing with that frame, climbing with that body, it must not be easy. It's fucking huge. It's wide. Where is this? He's gonna he's gonna clear the air. The dragons are gonna hear the call or whatever. I mean, did she like teleport? Did she remember she had her Hearthstone set up on the Dragon Isles and came there immediately? That was quick. Okay, red, bronze, blue, and green. We don't have black yet. I guess they are keeping the black on the side for Rathion. They're gonna do something with Rathion later on or something. Unless I see some black stuff here, but I don't think so. Very cool.
We shall be Azeroth's protectors once again.
Yeah, there is no black. There is no black whatsoever. Oh, poggers, pogger. Oh, even the logo was leaked correctly. That's the new logo. Okay.
Dragons. This is so cool.
No one saw it coming.
Yeah, that's right, Ian. No one saw it coming at all.
But seriously,
We've seen Rathian searching
Yeah.
for his father's legacy, searching for the Dragon Isles. There's a reason why he hasn't been able to find them.
Okay, I guess he's gonna come. I guess he's gonna come later on. It's gonna be part of the campaign,
Removing the
etc.,
concealment
etc.
that had hidden the Dragon Isles from the world, but also beckoning the dragons back urgently
So
in a time of need.
as a starter,
variety
we
of
can take
locales within the Dragon Isles.
we can
The
take
Dragon Isles, as kind of standard for WoW expansion, consist of
Dragon
5
Isles.
zones, 4 standard leveling zones, and a new starter zone that we'll get to in a second.
and that's it.
Talk a little bit about
Oh yeah,
how
this was from
they
before,
ways
by the
to
way.
embed the dragon aspects throughout the
All new playable
Okay,
race.
that's the race.
Frontier race.
What about the class?
A Draconid draconic race, but
Oh,
dragons
it's
in
just like the
Warcraft
leak.
have the ability to take
This is
on
like a model of the Stoneborn
Can they be?
from Shadowlands. I think even Illidan.
unique abilities.
Even Illidan has the same model, actually.
That doesn't quite class.
Okay.
Adding a new race
New class as well.
to not just an allied race is something that we don't do
So,
lately.
we have the class and the spec, and we have the dragon race. There we go.
Felt like the perfect time for it. So Fuker is
I'm going to assume they're gonna make them male.
call upon the magic
There is just shamans and hunters as male. There is no way
gifts that a dragon
they're gonna put another leather user or plate user in the game.
Pixia style strafe and
Okay.
male armor. We
Right.
figured, with the new hero classes we've added over the years, we have enough melee. We don't need more of those, and also probably don't need any more leather wearers.
Yep, fuck leather. Let's go male.
This is definitely a hero class. And
Okay.
so that means that, like the Death Knights before them or Demon Hunters, they will be starting and clear from players that, it's kind of a bummer to start off every new expansion by leaving a large part of your character.
Yeah, borrowed powers, my friend. That's what they do.
This time around, what we're doing is really pouring all of our energy into permanent revamps,
Wait,
overhauls, and
there was a Dux question mark on that board. Why?
progression
Dux.
systems. In this case, our talent system is something that we want to completely revamp. We want to take a look at our UI. We want to take a look at professions.
So with
Oh,
the talent revamp
professions.
and the arrival of Classic, did you learn anything about how our talents work?
Talent revamp as well and professions.
Players play with those talents.
Professions, rework. Let's go.
Frankly, we lies your character.
That's just nostalgia talking.
In some specific way, but also
Spending 5 levels to go from +1% critical strike to +5% was. Oh, what was that? Right. Why am I surprised? It was in the leak. Yeah. They need to be impactful,
So John,
even if it's a talent tree. They can't just be some boring points that you just slot in automatically. Oh, look who it is. Sylvanus' biggest simp. Coming back. Terran. Terran Gregory. What's the name? Is it named Terran or Gregory? Wait, he's Steve Danuser, so he is Terran Gregory, so Terran is the name. Okay.
Explorers League are working together.
The Horde and Alliance are sending an expedition together. It's not the
So they are
military,
together.
It's not the soldiers.
Yeah, okay.
This is the scientists, the settlers,
So,
exploring this new land. So it's
Team
a lot
up,
more
teaming up
optimistic.
together
One of my favorite
in the
things about
expansion.
Waking Shores is the Red Dragonflight, led by
And
Kuno
she is
Sasa,
covered up.
the Lifebinder.
Yeah.
They have the mandate of nurturing and protecting all life, which means Horde and Alliance,
Fine,
warlocks,
fine.
trolls, everybody. So they take that duty seriously.
She's covered
When
up.
The Horde and the Alliance come to
Whoa,
Waking
whoa, whoa,
Shores.
whoa.
They want to be there to help
And
guide
they are
people
teamed up
through the
together.
land and
The Black Dragon.
I'm also confident that we're not getting a cosmic threat, by the way.
And so Rathian's coming over to the Isles with us.
Oh,
and he's
Rathian.
gonna try
What's
and
missing?
come to terms with the state of Dragonflight, which is a few loyal Draconids and Dragon Spawn trying to hold their ground.
Oh yeah,
What
that
kind
was
of
said
future
about
the Dragonflight
50 times by
that's just
Eon.
Rathian?
As usual, as
Because
usual.
it's not rival the Jarden.
I love the Jarden so much. They're half giants that wield the power of
It could
magma
it could
and
function as a new
swords and
enemy
death house
instead of a
when
recycled
they
one,
also
I guess.
They're back now.
So I guess I can
Jarden
put them in the new villain, right?
Waking Shore, but Steph, there really is only one right answer for the best thing in Waking Shores, right?
Oh, what is
This
it?
is true. Ducks.
We finally have those.
That's why.
hooligans in our
That's why they
game.
had
Proud of this
ducks
technology.
question mark in that board because of this, I guess.
With all 5 of the Dragonflight's magic as it turns into the red spell before landing on your enemies and exploding and hopefully burning them. And
I'll take that one.
Very cool, very cool. But what does it do?
5 was really important to us, but we did want to make sure that each specialization focused on 2, because casting 5 different colors gets a bit messy. So their damage dealer specialization, their first of 2, Devastation, mostly focuses on red and blue magic. Red being very fast and explosive,
Okay.
burning everything with pyre. whereas blue is more focused and overwhelming. You can shoot a beam of energy out of your mouth to disintegrate one single enemy in front of you.
There's a healer spec called Preservation. The
green
healer
and-
spec is gonna
and
focus
bronze.
mostly on your green and your bronze magics.
Yeah,
your green
of course.
is going to be evocative of the Emerald Dream, your growth, and your
What about
nurturing
black?
spells. And then
Hey,
you have your
hey,
bronze
where's
magic,
black?
which is going to be more timey-wimey. So you get to heal.
Is this the QTE?
Where when you actually hold down the button
Yeah,
on the keyboard, it charges up the spell. The longer you charge it up,
But it's
like,
just
the
for
more
this
damage,
class
the harder
though,
it's
right?
hitting on the spell.
Okay.
But it gives you this really physical connection and control.
Then it must be a nightmare to play in PvP.
Really, really good.
You are the only one with a QTE build and everyone else around you doesn't.
Feel physical when you're casting.
They'll partner up with the Dragonflights to move.
Yeah,
through the
I don't
air
get this
as
point.
done before. You'll notice I did not say flying,
This
because
dragon flying.
has a very specific meaning for World of Warcraft.
Like,
and we're talking about something new.
if you have to go from point A to point B, you mount up and you fly straight to point B. With this thing, you mount up, you do a twirly, you do a pirouette, and then you get to point B. So, besides looking cooler, what's the difference?
Show players a whole new set of Dragon Isle Drakes.
Unless
Completely unique from all the other things they've seen in
maybe
World
you
of
can
Warcraft, and so
fly to certain places
that would add that sense
that you
of
can't reach
physics,
otherwise with this
gravity,
new
like you were
system.
mentioning.
Those who can use their momentum well can reach higher and higher heights. And
Okay, so I am assuming at higher heights there are going to
So many
be,
new, gorgeous
I guess,
options to
rewards
choose
or
from,
something like
and
that.
I'm just so excited for all of them.
I'm excited to
give you a new spell or a new ability, something that kind of makes you stronger, but it's determined by the designers.
I think it's less about the choice and more about the choice lasting over time and not being from a borrowed
Looking
power.
at all those things, what we really returned back to was the idea of trees. But it's actually two trees. We have a class
This
tree that
isn't
offers
a
different
tree.
class
This is like
and then we have a spec
a
tree
branch,
that is
a branch,
focused
a
on
root
performing
system.
your role, whether that's damage, tank, or healing.
Can I just jump in and say that I personally am super excited about having trees come back. There's a big nostalgia hit for me.
As we said, we have these two
Here comes the
trees.
nostalgia
We feel
boomer
picking
who likes talent
specialization
trees
is
just
a really
because he remembers being
part of
9 years
World of
old,
Warcraft character now, and so
pressing
we wanna make
random
sure that when
buttons
we
in
choose
vanilla.
that, it kind of affects the tree in some way. Encouraging players to perhaps make combinations that they've never really been able to see. in
Yeah,
the game
that
before.
could be cool.
This is an opportunity to put a lot
Oh,
more art and
so you have
fantasy in the
options as
actual
well.
talent UI itself.
Convoke and incarn in the same option.
Through most recent expansions, but not at the base UI.
We want you to
Wait,
be able to tinker with
wait.
it. You know, we want
Who-
you to be able to
Who
make
is
a lot
picking
of things
convoke
that
over
other apps
incarnation?
cannot necessarily
Even as an example,
admit
you don't do this. Don't do that.
It's not something
Don't do
we
that.
want people to feel locked into.
Go away, Convoke.
So one of the
You don't
things that
beat.
we'll be
You don't beat
preserving, the ability to
incarnation.
change the name
It's
it,
good that they
save it,
point out
do
from
all
the
of
get-go,
that
given the scouring of covenants, that these are just like talents you can swap whenever out of combat. So that's good.
These are really
That's
cool
cool.
features
I
that
like
we've
it.
been
I
working
like the
on
system.
hard on. We're very excited.
What is this? Ah,
Hi, I'm Joanna.
professions.
I'm Eric.
Harry Holmberg Wielder. Wiedler. Sorry.
And they've seen lots of really find someone in person to do it right in front of you for you. Or you can also go to an NPC and using an auction house like interface, send the order out. If you're doing
Yeah, but they
this,
mentioned the commission.
send the order to
Is it gonna have a
anyone,
cut?
public or
An extra cut for
or
this?
You want to send it to your guild or
Right.
to a specific other player. Maybe it's a friend who you know will be able to craft the item.
Otherwise, what's the point of even going through the auction house? Just commission everything, you know?
Is the item you had crafted can also be soul bound. In the past, you could only get your hands on crafted soul bound items by having that profession.
So
Now anyone
you
can
can be
which is really
not
neat
a
and really
tailorer
expands
and
the number of
use
items that we can provide that are really powerful.
crafted tailoring items by getting someone to commission them for you.
This is also really cool because it means as a crafter, you can start building your client base. People are going to come back to you to get certain items.
Crafted
You're the best
quality?
at making it, or you always throw in
What
the
is that?
Extra.
Is
You're
it?
also
Oh
gonna be
no.
Leveling up your profession is going to be really
No.
So the first time you go to craft, you're going to notice a lot of different things, but probably the biggest is the introduction of quality, both to your crafted items.
Let me
and
guess.
gathered
Higher item
items.
level?
Quality works in a pretty simple way. If you craft something that's a higher quality, it's just going to be better. For a piece of gear, that probably means a higher item level. If it's, for instance, a potion, that might mean a more powerful effect.
Isn't that like Titan forging, like war forging on gear?
put a lot of work into it to make sure that the professions feel really special and unique.
Resourcefulness and inspiration percentages.
The introduction of stats specifically to professions.
I guess that's what they are.
And gathering, and this is another sort of major input into quality.
Yeah, that's cool.
The biggest source of your ability to craft items at a higher quality is through crafting specializations.
Oh, another thing I wanted. Specializations on professions.
With Dragonflight, you can go out and earn specialization points in a whole bunch of different ways. So maybe you find an old book on a bookshelf in a ruin somewhere, or a hermit in a cave who can teach you a little bit about your
That's much more interesting than having to gather anima power or garrison resources in the map. Spec points for professions is much more driving of a goal for you to go in the open world.
People in your guild may specialize in a completely different path. So this means that your guild could have several top blacksmiths and everybody's
Yes, it could mean that, but it depends on how powerful things are at the top.
Now that reminds me of
This lady, she's a UI designer. Why is she talking about professions?
What I'm most excited about, though, is the gear. We're introducing new types of gear for every profession, and when you go to, say, find a node, you're actually going to just switch into that gear. It's going to be really great.
This is RP, but it is still nice. It's cool. It's thematic. It's immersive. So, thumbs up.
I'm a numbers guy. I love progressing.
I am a numbers guy.
Profession gear will have those special stats that we mentioned before on them.
Oh, okay, so that's the gear you get the stats on for the crafting.
Get better at your profession.
I can't wait.
Thank you for tuning in to the Dragonflight Deep Dive.
Yes, thank you.
About the
oh, are we done?
Coming in Dragonflight, and we've got a
we
lot
done?
more in store for you in the coming months.
Until then, we'll see you in Azeroth.
I guess we are. Okay, okay. Let's get rid of this. So, to finish our bingo, what can we fill out here? Elune. I don't think Elune was mentioned at all for now, so this is a no. Let me go to red. This is a no. Sorry for Shadowlands. I mean, no, I didn't hear it, at least, which is bad, by the way. I would have wanted to see it. New aspect, good aspect turned evil. Unfortunately, we don't know enough of the story for this. Weirdly enough, there's been no mention about the cross faction, like, at all, even though it's gonna come in 9.2.5, so they could have mentioned it at least, but no. Yet another zone's revamp. I don't think we are getting a zone revamp. We are literally having to go to the Dragon Isles entirely. No All Gods, so far. Sad. No Khadgar. That's very sad. Corruption. Well, no corruption. We haven't gotten in depth enough for this, but I'm going to assume no. No. So far. Dragon Covenants. I mean, they look like Covenants, they are shaped like Covenants, but they are not tying you to any, like, choice of allegiance. Well, the brand new villain is the new race they mentioned. I don't want to put Galakrond in the recycled old villain category because, I mean, we haven't really dealt with Galakrond. Nope. I mean, they did mention the vibes of this to the old vanilla and even TBC multiple times, so they didn't specifically say back to our roots. You know, I'm on the fence on this, so I'm gonna give it a yes, but I'm gonna make it yellow just to make it in between. And then the spring release and the player housing, thank God it's not here. I mean, the spring release, we haven't gotten a release date, but I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put my reputation on the line. I'm not getting a bingo anyways, I'm gonna put my reputation on the line and say yes, we are getting a spring release. So in the end, there is no bingo whatsoever. In fact, I'm gonna count this as a correct reverse bingo, because I just got a reverse bingo right here. Perfect. What was the closest to a bingo? 3? 4. Yet another zone revamp. All you had to do was just revamp one old zone. Just one. and I would have gotten my bingo. So it's like 12 and 13, barely 50-50. It's not too bad. Which one? Okay, let's close the video by saying which ones were the most surprising. The one I was more safe in the fact that they would have come and ended up not coming. Well, I want to say some of this can still happen. Okay, I want to say that several of these that we have just crossed out, it's not that they denied them happening or they pointed out they're never gonna come, it's just that we don't know. So I'm still quite positive on a loon, actually. I'm quite positive. I'm quite positive on this one as well. And this one. They haven't mentioned it, but I mean, it's gotta happen. Oh yeah, I guess spring release is the other guess. So these are the ones I would still be confident enough that are going to come out eventually, whereas these I'm pretty much like giving up on, unfortunately. Recycled Gold Villain might still come in the future, I guess. That's true. We don't still know for sure who's the baddie. The same with corruption. We still don't exactly know if somebody won't get corrupted, but you know, I'm doing it on faith of Blizzard. So in the end, it looked like a pretty good, promising reveal. As I said, I am much more into gameplay. I am much more into game features, which is of course not what was going to be revealed in this broadcast. As I said, it was likely going to be about shiny things. So the shiny class, the shiny race, the shiny dragon riding, the shiny profession rework. So it was much more about that and less about the in-depth details of raiding, Mythic Plus, gearing up and all that stuff, which will come later on. But for now, we will leave this live reveal like it is. We will talk about this eventually soon, if we get any more news about this. But for now, thank you guys for watching the double feature of Tuesday with the pre-reveal video about the bingo card and then the post-reveal reaction. Thank you guys for watching and for helping to grow the channel. You can still, of course, like and comment as well as subscribe to the channel. And you can also find me here on Twitter, and then you can also support me there on Patreon. Remember, though, that even if you subscribe to my Patreon, it won't be enough to stop my sadness for the lack of Murlocs in this expansion. Thank you guys again. See you guys soon. And in the meantime, I keep headphones on too much, especially if it starts to get hot. It's a problem.